They lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins.
Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. What's this? Smack.
To the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live, Cabinet Field. We are about to get going with Flower Bluff and Corpus Christi Carroll. This game rain delayed out the last time on Saturday afternoon when we were going to try to get going. We got to the second batter and in the top of the first, and that was it. But here's the starting lineup for Flower Bluff. Leading things off, Serena Juarez. Batting second, Harley Elam. Batting third, Sophie Campbell. Batting ninth, Bella Perez. Batting fifth, Jade Moreno. Batting sixth, Jackie Callejo. Batting seventh, Cindy Salinas. Batting eighth, Lauren Fuller. And batting ninth, Letty Nunez for the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets. And for the Carroll Tigers, batting first, Lindsay Leal. Batting second, Ayla Mata. Batting third, Vanessa Quiroga. Batting fourth, Ray Ann Avalos. Batting fifth, Caitlin Mendez. Batting sixth, Allison Garcia. Batting seventh, Jasmine Trevino. Batting eighth, Brianna Herrera. And batting ninth, Haley Duran. And the flex player, Jazz Miller. And the rest of the Carroll Tigers here. So we're going to have the national anthem, and we'll be good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we take this occasion to inform and remind students and fans of the proper etiquette during flag ceremonies. The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hands. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First pitch right after this. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down.
See you later. Touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage
Youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. Had a little bit of a quick internet hiccup, but we were all good to go now. We're starting anew here with Serena Juarez, who puts this one in play to the third baseman for a 5-3 ground out. For one out here, and coming up to the plate is going to be Harley Elam. So one down here. Whenever the rain started coming down, there was 2 outs. Both Juarez and Elam had struck out, 2 down, and Sophie Campbell was at the plate when the rains came and the lightning delayed was called on Saturday morning. This around 10:15, whenever we were delayed, and thus the decision was made to postpone the games, and that's where we're at now. This game originally scheduled for 10 a.m. Saturday, and here we are getting things going at the 7:30 hour here on Monday night. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1 for Vanessa Quiroga, the starting pitcher for the Corpus Christi Carroll Tigers. And if you guys follow the state rankings, this pitch comes in, called ball number 2, the TGCA poll. Several Coastal Bend teams were in it, including Corpus Christi Carroll, number 10 in Class 5A. Also Venice Memorial, number 18. Rockford Fulton, number 1 in 4A. Cal Island, number 23. And in 3A, Santa Gertrudis, number 2. Mathis, number 8. And Bishop, number 9. Over in 2A, the Foothill, Kaufner, and Three Rivers, ranked 27, 20, and 25th, respectively, as this one gets fouled off here by Elam. And the count is 2-2 with 1 down here. I want to thank everybody who's joining us here. This pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 3. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, give this video a like, give it a share, let everybody know you're watching. If somebody's looking for it and you know them, please, let them know, direct them into the right direction. And thank everybody for who's participating and watching. And in the comments section, please, as we always want to remind everybody, you can participate in the comments to keep it clean, keep it nice. Got kids watching, and this first and foremost always about the athletes. And this one, we're going to be put in play deep, deep, deep into left field. And Elam's going to fly out for out number 2. And that was Ayla Mata going back and making that play. So 2 down here. And Sophie Campbell up to bat. And this pitch comes in a little low, going to be called ball number 1. And the top of this district really playing each other tough. The Flower Bluffs, the Carrolls, the Veterans. Victoria West, a really powerful team. Just really, really good softball all around this district. As we're headed into the postseason. So here's the pitch. It's 1-0. This one comes in a little outside and getting that high outside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. And the top of the first inning. Here's a pitch from Quiroga. This one coming in, hitting that outside corner once again. So the count 1-2. And here's a pitch, and this one going to be put in play for a single here. And right outside of the glove of that second baseman, and good effort there, just the ball coming in pretty fast, so a runner on here. And here's number 9, Bella Perez. And this one just hit up there with some speed for the single. So runner on, 2 down here. So Flower Bluff trying to get a little 2-out rally magic here in the top of the first. And this pitch comes in nicely right up the middle for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike. And here's a pitch from Quiroga. This one comes in high. 4. Ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down here, runner at first. And this is Bella Perez at the plate for the Lady Hornets. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And this one put into play by Perez, and the fly out to deep left field. And a good play there on that fly out. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was a runner left on base here for Flower Bluff in the top of the first. Headed to the bottom. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the first inning, and a couple of nice plays made there in the outfield by Ayla Mata. Let's look at the most recent one here as Carroll getting ready to come to the plate. But let's check this out. She made a nice play, good effort into left field as Bella Perez able to put that ball into play, and she hits it deep out there, and you see just a nice play out there made by Carroll. So, and we're here getting ready for the next inning in the bottom. So leading things off here for Corpus Christi Carroll is going to be Lindsay Leal. So Leal, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the first inning for Corpus Christi Carroll, facing off against the pitcher, number 17, Jade Moreno, in the circle for Flower Bluff. Here's the first pitch coming in, showing bunt is Leal. This one comes in outside, called ball 1. First pitch comes in for ball number 2. And showing bunt here, and it's going to be called strike number 1. So 2-1 to count. Two balls, 1 strike. For Lindsay Leal. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss here for Leal for strike number 2. Evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and this one comes in low and outside. And this one going to be called strike number 3. And 1 down here. And here comes number 5, Ayla Mata. First pitch comes in, called strike number 1. And a pretty good start here in the circle for Jade Moreno. And this one, Mata gets a piece of it, fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes. This can be called ball number 1. One ball, 2 strikes, and here's the 1-2 pitch coming in. And this one outside. And this pitch comes in for called ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. For Mata. And this pitch comes in. Mata gonna foul it off. 3-2 the count. So full count here. And here's the pitch. Mata up there battling, fouling this one off again. Full count, 1 out here. And this one comes in outside, and that's going to be a walk. Is Mata going to get on base? And here comes the pitcher, Vanessa Quiroga, with 1 on and 1 out. So Mata on first after the walk, 1 down here, and here's Vanessa Quiroga. This one comes in high outside, gonna get that corner for strike number 1. And this pitch high and way over the catcher, and Mata's going to move over to second base. So runner on second now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Moreno. Swing and a miss for Quiroga. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one way outside. Called ball 2. So here's a 2-2 pitch, and Quiroga gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Count stays even at 2. So 2-2 with the runner out and a runner on here. And here's the pitch. This one comes in outside, low for ball number 3. So working with the full count now is Quiroga. This Carroll batters showing patience here. And Quiroga gets a piece of that one and fouls it off into the net behind her. And the count going to remain full here. And here's the pitch, and again fouled off by Quiroga. She's eyeing the ball, just hasn't been able to put it in play. A couple of pitches fouled off here. And Quiroga puts this one in play, and there's a 6-3 put out for out number 1. We're out number 2, excuse me. So 2 down here. So Rayanne Avalos coming up to the plate now with 2 down and a runner on. So here's the pitch from Moreno. This one comes in up the middle, a little low for ball number 1. And this pitch again comes in low, called ball 2. So Avalos ahead of the count here, 2-0. 2 out, runner on second. And here we are in the bottom of the first inning. And this one inside, called ball 3. So 3 balls delivered here by Moreno. Here's a pitch from Moreno. This one comes in, going to be called strike number 1. Want to thank everybody joining in and watching us. If you just joined us, thank you for watching, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or on the Roku Network. Wherever you are watching, make sure to let people know you're watching, share it, give this link a like. Help those looking for the game find it as this pitch comes in high and inside for strike number 2. So 3 balls delivered by Moreno, now 2 strikes in a row, and it's a full count here as she works against Rayan Avalos. 2-out runner on second. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Moreno. This one comes in low, and another walk here. So 2 on now for number 9, Caitlin Mendez, coming to the plate. Two on, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Moreno. This one comes in inside, a little low for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Here's a pitch by Moreno. This one comes in way inside for ball number 2. So 2 walks in this inning so far. And given up by Moreno. And here's a pitch, 2-0. This one comes in low for ball number 3. Three balls, no strikes for Caitlin Mendez. Here's the pitch from Moreno. And this one comes in way inside, and that's going to be called strike number 1. Three balls and 1 strike here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Mendez. And the count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 3-2 pitch. And this one fouled off by Mendez. Very methodical approach here by the Carroll Lady Tigers at the plate. They've done so well here so far. Haven't been able to register a hit, but they've been in some lengthy at-bats here. Forced 2 walks. And here's another 3-2 pitch on the way from Moreno. And this one fouled off once again by Mendez, and she's in there battling just like those before her. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Moreno. And this one right past the glove of the third baseman. And that's going to be an RBI single for Mendez. To score Mata.
Pitcher number 15, Allison Garcia.
So here comes number 15, Allison Garcia. And let's look at that in split screen. With runners at first and second now, you see on our replay. To the right is our replay and the live view on the left here. And let's see that hit. Nicely sent into the outfield, and it's going to bring a runner in, as you can see. And this first pitch comes in for strike number 1 as Allison Garcia with 2 on and 2 out here. And swing and a miss for strike number 2 from Garcia. So 0-2 the count as Moreno getting ahead here. And here's a pitch. This one comes in high and outside for ball number 1. We just saw Ingleside defeat Miller in baseball on the other field. Looking over my shoulder over here, just to my right. Things about to get going in a few minutes between Veterans Memorial and Corpus Christi Moody. So if you're into baseball, you can switch back and forth. Go check that out as well. Xavier Bond and Dallas Ritchie, the squad over there before us. But right here, we got Carroll leading 1-0 against Flower Bluff here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 count for Allison Garcia. And here's a 2-2 pitch from Moreno, and Garcia gonna foul this one off. Caitlin Mendez supplying an RBI single to bring in the first run of the game, which was Ayla Mata crossing home plate. Here's a pitch, and this one going to get fouled off once again, and Garcia fouling off back-to-back pitches here. So deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on here. And this one comes in high for ball number 3. Full count here. And here's the pitch. This one high and outside for ball 4. And the third walk of the inning, and that's going to juice the bases here. So bases loaded here, and Flower Bluff gain a little meeting in here as Jade Moreno getting the first 2 outs within the first 3 batters, but then has walked 2 of the last 3 and 3 of the last 5 batters, and she's allowed an RBI single in that time. So we got a courtesy runner here, but we got the bases juice for Carroll.
Courtesy runner, first base, Gabby Hogan.
So coming up to the plate is going to be Jasmine Trevino.
This is the player number 7, Jasmine Trevino.
This is the 7th batter in the lineup. 7th batter face here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases loaded for Trevino. This pitch comes in high for ball number 1. Want to know the count here. And this pitch comes in high, swing and a miss there for Trevino for strike number 1. Nice riser there from Moreno. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, bases loaded. Here's the pitch, and this one comes in high outside for ball number 2. And here's Jasmine Trevino ahead of the count. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one came in up the middle, a little high though. And Jade Moreno trying to get out of this inning, only giving up the 1 hit and the 1 run here. And here's a pitch. Antavino gets a piece of that one, and she's going to foul it off. Past the visiting dugout. Count going to remain 2-2. Twos all across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the base is loaded. And here's the 2-2 pitch. This one comes in high for ball number 3. We're dealing with a full count here now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and this one fouled off by Trevino. And another long at-bat here for East Carroll Tigers. And Moreno's put in a lot of work here so far in the bottom of the first inning. 7th batter she's faced, and each at-bat has been pretty lengthy. And here's a pitch. This one comes in low for a walk, and a runner's going to score. And it's going to be Avalos. And it's a 2-0 game here. So bases loaded still after a run walked in. Bree Herrera coming to the plate. This pitch comes in. It's going to be called strike number 1. Bases loaded here for Herrera with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one comes in, called ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, bases loaded. Bottom of the first inning, Carroll leads 2-0. RBI single by Mendes. And a walked-in run, scoring Rayan Avalos. Counts for 2-2 here for 2 runs. And the pitch comes in for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Moreno, despite giving up now 4 walks and a RBI single, the 1 hit, and allowing 2 runs in. It'd be a big win if she can get out of this inning with the bases still loaded. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one going to be fouled off here. One ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch comes in low outside for ball 2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here. And inside for strike number 3. And that's going to end the inning with 3 left stranded.
For Carroll, in the first they scored 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 3 runners left on base.
So 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base for Corpus Christi Carroll. In the bottom of the first, we're through 1. Carroll leads Flower Bluff 2-0. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning, leading things off is going to be the pitcher, Jade Moreno. Walk 4, allowed a hit and 2 runs to score, but we're able to get out with the bases loaded. So if you're Flower Bluff, got to feel good about that and escaping what could have been probably a barrage of runs coming in. But Moreno able to stay cool, pick up the out she needed with just 2 runs coming across. And here she is behind the count 0-1, taking on Quiroga. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Quiroga. And Moreno's going to pop it up. And the first baseman coming over to make the play. Nicely done for the first out of the inning.
Right here with number 15, Jackie Callejo.
That was Bri Herrera coming around and making the out. So here comes Jackie Callejo. One out and nobody on here. And here's the pitch from Quiroga for ball number 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Quiroga. This one comes in. Called strike number 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And this one going to be fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Callejo. One ball, 2 strikes here for Callejo. Quiroga getting settled back in here in the circle. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss. And down goes Callejo for strike number 3. And the second out.
Third baseman number 14, Sydney Salinas.
And here comes Salinas. Still a split screen replay. Number 14, Sydney Salinas coming up. See our replay there on the right-hand screen, and just a nice pitch there from Quiroga. Swing and a miss there from Callejo. So Salinas, 2 down, nobody out here. 2 down and nobody on. Swings, makes contact with that one. Gonna be called strike 1. And this one comes in high inside for ball 1. Count 1-1. Ball 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Quiroga. This one high outside, called ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike here for Sidney Salinas. 2 outs. Nobody on. Top of the 2nd inning, and here's Quiroga delivering the 2-1 pitch. This one fouled off. So the count even now at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here's a pitch, and this one right to the first baseman for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 2nd inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live, and it's 9-1-2 due up for Corpus Christi Carroll in the bottom of the 2nd. We'll be back.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And here comes center fielder number 11, Haley Duran, for the Carroll Tigers. So Duran Leal Mata, 9-1-2 due up here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Carroll putting up 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They've made Moreno work. They left 3 stranded, but very long, lengthy at-bats here. 1-0, the count, 1 ball, no strikes. And a leadoff single here by Duran, and Duran sends it towards the wall, and she's going to round the bases, and she's going, and she's going to slide into third, and she's going to squeeze a triple right out of this one, and a leadoff triple, and giving way to the top of the order, and here comes Leal, and let's go to that hit here, and just a good job, and gets it past a couple of gloves, and the first one being to the second baseman, and got some speed and getting past the right fielder, and she's coming around, and she's going to slide into third to squeeze a triple out of it. So a runner on first now for Lindsay Leal, top of the lineup here for Carroll. Leal 0 for 1 with a strikeout. This pitch comes in. Called ball 1. This pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. And this pitch coming in down the middle low for called ball number 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch, comes in, called strike 1 right down the middle. So this one's going to be fouled off here. Full count here for Lindsay Leal with the runner in scoring position on third. Full count. 3-2 pitch on the way from Moreno. And this one put in play, and the shortstop dives for it, and it's going to be an RBI here for Leal. An RBI single. And it's a 3-0 game here, and due up now is going to be Ayla Mata. Had a walk on her first appearance. Mata has already come across for a run. She's gotten walked. And she's made a couple of nice catches in the outfield. Just a pretty overall solid game for her. See if she can record a base hit now. And this pitch comes in high for ball number 1. So runner on first, it's 3-0. And Mata swings at that one, makes contact, even the count up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Want to thank everybody who's watching us, joining in on Facebook, Twitter, on YouTube, and on the Roku network. Please, I do urge you guys, tell everybody about us. Share the link, let everybody know you're watching, and direct those who don't know in the right direction who are looking for this game, as Mata's going to foul this one off just left of the fair line. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Mata puts this one in play, and she freezes the first and second baseman right in their tracks, and runners at the corner, and Mata's going to slide into second. And it's going to put runners at second and third, and good base running here. Here comes Quiroga, and Mata's going to smack it right between first and second base here. You see both players just kind of get frozen up here. And Mata able to squeeze another base out of it. So runners at second and third, and here's Quiroga swinging a miss for strike number 1 on that first pitch. So runners now in scoring position for Quiroga. No out. And this pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. And this pitch outside comes in for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third, no outs here. Bottom of the second inning for the Carroll Tigers. Have brought in another run, 3 runs, 4 hits. They've got 3 of those hits here. Leadoff triple from Duran. An RBI single from Leal and a single from Mata, as Quiroga's going to foul this one off and even up the count 2-2. When this pitch comes in outside, called ball 3, and we have a full count to work with here. Runners now at second and third. And here's the 3-2 pitch on the way from Moreno. And Quiroga got a big piece of that one, but it's going to foul it off. A high pass to home dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And I want to remind everybody, they're just about getting underway over there at the baseball field. So for those of you or know somebody interested in that game, Moody and Veterans Memorial doing battle on the diamond right next door. And this one right up the middle. It's going to be a dead ball call here, as that one hits. So runners at the corner now. So it's Quiroga striking Mata with the ball. Mata going to be called out. So 1 out, and here comes Rayan Avalos with runners at first and third. 1 down. And Avalos right to the outfielder, and so there's a fly out for out number 2, but runners over to second and third. So here's Mendes, 1 for 1 with an RBI. And Mendes makes contact here. Looks like the ball made contact with her, but going to be called strike. So while they check on Mendes, we're going to take a commercial break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And everything looks to be okay here with Caitlin Mendez as she steps back into the batter's box. Last pitch came in, called ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. And Mendez is going to foul this one off. So here's the 1-2 pitch. This one inside. Gonna strike Mendez, and Mendez beat up a little bit on this at bat, but she's gonna take the base, and that's gonna load the bases once again.
Catcher number 15, Allison Garcia.
So 2 down, bases loaded, and Allison Garcia up to bat now. So Garcia back to the plate, and she was walked on her first appearance. Bases loaded right here for her. And this pitch comes in outside, called strike ball number 1. This pitch comes in inside, low, called ball 2. So 2-0 the count, 2 pitches, 2 balls here for Moreno as she's facing Garcia, who's now at the plate for Carroll. And this pitch high outside for strike number 1. And this one inside, but it's going to be a fly out for out number 3, and another 3 runners stay stranded on base.
For Carroll in the second, they scored 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors, 3 runners left on base.
So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for Carroll in the bottom of the 2nd inning. But another runner comes around. They lead Flower Bluff 3-0 after 2 innings, headed to the top of the 3rd. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And here comes Lauren Fuller to lead things off here in the top of the 3rd inning. And here's a bunt laid down, and nice play. There's the throw, and the foot coming off the bag. So a leadoff hit here by Fuller, and Letty Nunez coming up to the plate. And just the foot of Herrera coming right up off the bag, just enough to put a runner on here. So Letty Nunez to the plate, one on, nobody out. She's going to foul this one off for strike number one. So if you're Flower Bluff, sure, you're down by 3, but you got to feel really good. You've seen Carroll put runners on, but they have not been able to really cash in the way you think they could. They were able to load the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the second, but once again, for both innings, they have left a total of 6 runners stranded. Both times, Jade Moreno getting out of the inning with the bases loaded behind her. So being able to monitor that there, but she's been putting in a lot of work, and now Nunez is going to be hit with a pitch. And all of a sudden, early in this top of the 3rd inning, Flower Bluff has put runners on first and second. And here they come out to
First baseman number 3, Serena Juarez.
So here comes the top of the lineup with Juarez. 0 for 1 with a 5-3 ground out, and they come out to try to talk to Quiroga, calm her down a little bit, get her refocused. Right now she's got 2 runners on, nobody out here, and the Flower Bluff faithful out here starting to make a little bit of noise. So this pitch comes in. Going to be called ball 1. So the count 1-0 now. For Juarez, the top batter in the lineup. This one comes in high outside. For ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. And this bunt put down. Here's the throw. Just a really bad throw there over to third. And now the base is loaded on that bunt there by Juarez. And the Carroll Tigers just want to talk it out a little bit. That error, a big costly one there, and let's look at that. The bunt plays down nicely here by Juarez. But you see Avalos come up, try to make the throw. The throw looked a little bit delayed. And then just the throw just gets away from her. You see it just sail over the shortstop and just allows the bases to get loaded there. And big error as it puts 3 runners on here for Harley Elam. Elam 0 for 1 with a fly out. Comes to the plate now with the bases loaded and nobody out. And Elam is going to bat this one into the gap in right field, and there's a throw. An RBI single for Elam.
Shortstop number 12, Sophie Campbell.
So here comes Campbell. 1 for 1 with a single here. And this pitch comes in high, going to be called ball 1. Now we've seen Carroll stall out with the bases loaded. We'll see what Flower Bluff can do. They've already brought in 1 run here this inning with the bases loaded. Let's see what Campbell can do. As we mentioned, 1 for 1 with a hit, a single here so far. And this pitch comes in the high outside corner for strike number 1. And this one going to be fouled off for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch comes in, called ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 count, bases loaded, nobody out here for Flower Bluff as they lead. As they put a run in, and they now trail by 2, 3-1. And this one put in play by Campbell, and it's going to be caught there by the shortstop. And the throw back over to third, not in time. And that's going to be out number 1. So here comes number 9, Bella Pettis. 1 down, bases loaded. And this pitch comes in right down the middle, called strike number 1. This pitch, that high outside corner for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes coming up. 1 out, bases loaded. And Quiroga trying to pitch her way out of this rough scenario. It's been a rough inning for her. This is now the 6th batter she's faced. She's trying to get out of it with just 1 run given up. And here's the pitch. This one comes in outside high for ball number 1. So here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Quiroga. And this one popped up high by Pettis, and it's caught by the second baseman, the infield fly, for out number 2. comes Jade Moreno, 0 for 1 with a foul out. Bases loaded, 2 down here. Top of the 3rd inning for Flower Bluff. They brought in 1 run. They now trail by 2. And this one popped up in the infield, and it's going to be out number 3 on the infield fly. So 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 3 left on base for Flower Bluff. So, actually, there was 1 error. Excuse me. So 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left on base for Flower Bluff. In the top of the 3rd inning, they leave the bases loaded. So keep it here. We are headed to the top of the 4th, the bottom of the 3rd. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm all crossed up here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 3rd inning, the designated player, Jasmine Trevino, leading things off here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Trevino. Fouls this one off. And Trevino going to put this one in play, and it's going to be a 6-3 ground out to start things off for out number 1.
First baseman number 13, Brianna Herrera.
Here comes Brianna Herrera. So Carroll's leaving runners on base. They've left 6 on. And Herrera makes a lot of contact with this one and fouls it off towards the home dugout. Strike number 1. And this one right to the shortstop once again. There's the throw. The hopper not going to be there. Herrera gets on base. And Herrera coming around to second now on the error.
Center fielder number 11, Haley Duran.
So 1 on here for Carroll. On the air on the throw to first base, and here comes Duran. Duran 1 for 1 with the triple to lead off the bottom of the second inning. And this one comes in inside. And that's going to be fouled off for strike number 1. Feels it's going to be coming down to the endurance of both these pitchers' arms. Moreno been made to work a lot, and Quiroga made to work a lot in that last inning, in which Flower Bluff got a run back. But three different half innings where runners were left on with the bases loaded. And this pitch comes in low inside, called ball number 2. And this one hit right towards the shortstop. There's the throw that's made. Not in time. And that's going to be safe. So the 6-3 put out for out number 2.
Shortstop, number 2, Lindsay Leal.
So that's going to put a runner at third for Lindsay Leal as we come up to the top of the lineup once again. And Leal, 1 for 2 with an RBI so far. This is her third appearance. RBI single to score Duran last time. So runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. And this one going to be fouled off. Going to be strike number 2. (0-2) pitch on the way here from Moreno. This one low outside, called ball number 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Moreno. That one, contact made by Leal, fouled off. Count going to stay at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one comes in low and outside, going to even up the count. 2s all across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third here for the batter at the top of the lineup, Lindsay Leal. Leal trying to deliver another RBI here. In the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, and Leal gets a piece of it, and she's going to foul it off towards the home dugout. We talked about those lengthy at-bats. Another one in progress right here. I want to thank everybody who's joining in here and watching us on the social media. Share it, give it a like, let people know you're watching. As Leal again battling and trying to get a piece of the ball, swing it fair, and hopefully bring a run in. And so she's trying to do here. She's battling in the box. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Leal nearly put that one in play. It's going to go foul. And once again, she's going to foul it off and makes a beeline for first base. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Runner on third here for Lindsay Leal. And here's the 2-2 pitch upcoming from Moreno. And Leal right to the glove of Moreno, who's going to make the play over at first for the third out.
For the Tigers in the third, they scored no runs on no hits. There was one error.
No runs, no hits. There was one error, and there was one left on for Carroll in the bottom of the third. We're headed to the top of the fourth inning. Due up for Flower Bluff is going to be Callejo, Salinas, Fuller. Due up here in the top of the fourth. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
See the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Due up here in the top of the fourth inning. Leading things off is going to be number 15, Jacqueline Callejo. Followed by City Salinas and Lauren Fuller. 6, 7, 8 due up in the lineup for Flower Bluff as they were able to get a run back in the top of the third and hold Carroll scoreless in the bottom of the third. First half inning, they've been able to do that defensively, so we'll see if they could continue this momentum here into the fourth inning. It's Callejo out to the plate. 0 for 1 with the strikeout is Jackie Callejo. So here's this first pitch from Quiroga, low and inside, called for ball one. And this pitch comes in high, outside for strike number one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quiroga taking on the leadoff batter, Callejo. Struck her out in the top of the second inning. And Callejo is going to put it down in that left center field gap for a leadoff single to put a runner on.
Third baseman number 14, Sidney Salinas.
And a runner on, and due up now is Sidney Salinas. 0 for 1 with a fly out is Salinas. And this pitch comes in high, called ball 1. Want to know the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Is the pitch from Quiroga. This one comes in. Called ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes. And this pitch fouled off for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Quiroga. And Salinas going to foul this one off, going to even the count up at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Count even at 2. Runner on first, nobody out here for Flower Bluff's Salinas. This pitch comes in inside. Called ball number 3. Full count here. Full count going here. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Sidney Salinas. Nobody out and a runner on first. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and Salinas fouls it off. And these at-bats for both teams beginning to get lengthy. Full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Salinas is going to foul this one off behind the safety netting and into the stands here. Count going to stay full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 3-2 pitch on the way. This one popped up just inside. There's the throw. And that's going to be an out. Nicely done there by the catcher to come in and get it. It was a shallow little hit.
Left fielder number 5, Lauren Fuller.
So the runner moves over, 1 out. And Lauren Fuller coming to the plate. Fuller, 1 for 1 with the single. Now she's got a runner on second, 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And this pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. Here's a pitch from Quiroga, outside high for ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes. Both teams with 4 hits and an error recorded, with Carroll with a 3-1 lead. Right now they got a runner on. And Fuller is going to foul this one off high past the home dugout. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Lauren Fuller. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Quiroga, and Fuller's going to foul it off right behind her. Even the count up at 2. Two. This pitch high outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch on the way from Quiroga. Here's the delivery, and this one going to be called strike number 3. Down goes Fuller, looking. So here comes Letty Nunez, hit by a pitch first time up. Comes to the plate now, runner on, 2 down. Nunez gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. Pitch in from Quiroga. The riser, high, down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, runner at second for Letty Nunez. Here's the pitch delivered by Quiroga, and Nunez is going to smack that one into the left field gap for an RBI single, and the runner's going to score. And it's now 3-2. And let's take a look back at that one. And here's the throw. And that one was really, really close, ladies and gentlemen. But they're going to call the runner safe. And top of the lineup, and we're going to have Juarez come on. with a runner at second. So the run's good. Nunez down for an RBI single, and swing and a miss here for Juarez for strike number 1. And Flower Bluff gets another run back, and it's now 3-2. That was the 5th hit given up here by Carroll. And here's Serena Juarez. Juarez 0 for 1 and reached on an error in her 2 appearances. Now she's down in the count here, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one going to be fouled off. So here's the 0-2 pitch. And reaching for it there is Juarez. Fouls it off once again. No balls, 2 strikes. Juarez trying to keep this going. She's got tying run at second right now. And Juarez reaches for it again and fouls it off. Count going to stay at 0-2 here. No balls, 2 strikes. And Juarez keeps seeing the ball, reaches for it, but she keeps fouling it off there over to the left. Let's see if she can get one a little bit more inside, or let's see what she can do here, but she keeps fouling it off there over to the left. And just reaching for it a little bit. And this one coming in inside, going to be called strike number 3. And down goes Juarez looking. So 1 run, 2 hits. There was no errors and 1 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 4th inning. Let's look at that last pitch. A little bit of instant replay right here. Just she had been delivering them outside. She's going to deliver this one inside for Juarez, and it's going to get that inside corner here. You're going to see it come in right there, and that's going to be the 3rd strike and the 3rd out of the inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th inning, Flower Bluff gets back another run. They now trail 3-2, putting up a run in each the 3rd and the 4th inning, and leading off here for the Carroll Tigers. And the bottom of the 4th is going to be Ayla Mata. So 2-3-4 due up for the Carroll in this bottom of the 4th inning. And Carroll's left 7 runners stranded, twice with the bases loaded, have not been able to generate the runs that they would like. They've had opportunities, just unable to cash in. So got to give a lot of kudos over to that Hornets defense as pitch comes in 1-0 here. And Mata tries to put down that bunt. Gonna go foul. It's gonna be count of 1-1 now. This pitch high outside. Ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mata 1 for 1 with a walk. And 1 run scored. And a couple of good plays made in the outfield for her. So she's had a pretty solid, quiet game. Nice little all-around game for her. She fouls this one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Mata reaches for that one. And it's going to be fair. And Mata's going to slide into second. And she's going to be out. And that's going to be out number 1. So they're going to record the hit, but she's going to be out going to second. You're going to see here, the glove of the left fielder is going to make this one fair as she dives for it. But there's the throw, nicely made as Mata slides in to second. So 1 down here is going to give way to Quiroga. 1 out. And Quiroga swings and misses here. No balls, 1 strike here for the pitcher Quiroga. This pitch outside, going to be called ball 1. And this Flower Bluff defense, big reason why this is just a 1-run game. They have played very well. They've made the plays they needed to, and they have struggled at times, especially in the circle, but they've gotten these outs. And Quiroga is going to send this one high up into left field, and the left fielder making another good play for out number 2. So here comes Avalos now. And Lauren Fuller with a couple of good plays. The throw into second to get Mata out, and she's able to make that routine catch for the fly ball. Here's Avalos. This pitch inside high for ball number 1. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Moreno inside for ball number 2. This pitch from Moreno comes in, called strike number 1. And swing and a miss there for Avalos for strike number 2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here for Bears. Nobody left on base for Carroll. Now let's take a look at this pitch. Comes in on a 2-2 count. And Moreno's going to stick it on that high outside corner and just nicely put in there. And that's how the inning's going to end. So we are through 4. We are headed to the top of the 5th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. Due up for Flower Bluff. It's going to be Elam Campbell Pettis. 2-3-4 due up for the Lady Hornets. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th, Harley Elam leading off here for Flower Bluff. 2-3-4 due up here for the Lady Hornets. Elam Campbell Pettis. Here's the first pitch. This one comes in. Called ball 1. You look at the way this game is unfolded. Flower Bluff trails, but they have all the momentum. As you see, they were scoreless their first 2 innings. Saw Carroll put up 3 runs with Strand 6 runners. 7 total for the game, and then they get back 2 runs in the 3rd and the 4th, and they hold. Their defense holds this Carroll team scoreless for those 2 innings, and it's 2-3, and it's 5 hits each with an error on each defensive side. So that next pitch comes in. 2 balls, no strikes. This one comes in high outside, strike number 1. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Quiroga. This one fouled off by Elam. So 2-2 pitch on the way from Quiroga. Here's a pitch. A high outside corner for strike number 3.
Shortstop number 12, Sophie Campbell.
And here comes Campbell. Fourth strikeout for Quiroga, and here comes Campbell. Campbell 1 for 2 with the fly out the last time she was up, has recorded a single. Quiroga delivers that one high on that outside corner. Strike number 1. Seen Moreno get a little bit stronger as she's gone. Let's see if Quiroga could get back on track here. A couple of long innings for her, but good start here with the strikeout of Elam and ahead of the count 0-1. Delivers this one a little high and outside for ball number 1 to even the count. This pitch comes in for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one fouled off. Evens the count up at 2. Count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here. And the top of the 5th inning, Sophie Campbell at the plate for Flower Bluff, and Campbell gets a piece of that one and fouls it off once again. Fouled off the last couple. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one outside. They're going to get the call from the blue over on the first base line. He's going to say she didn't go, so that's going to be a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here for Sophie Campbell. 3-2 pitch on the way. And Campbell is going to send this one sailing to deep right field. And that's going to be out number 2, and she's going to fly out. That catch made by Jasmine Miller out there. These routine balls aren't always so routine or easy to make. So seen some good plays made in the outfield and a couple on first base. Just a lot of good hustle plays on defense on both sides as this pitch comes in. Called ball number 1. So the count 1-0 here. And here's a pitch, and this one by Bella Perez going to be a single for her. Put a runner on with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And it's going to be the 6th hit recorded by Flower Bluff tonight. Runner at first, bringing to the plate now. It's going to be the pitcher, Moreno. Moreno 0 for 2 from the plate. Moreno 2 down. 1 on first. It's a pitch from Quiroga. And Moreno smacks this one in to right center field. And it's going to be an RBI double for Moreno to tie it up. And Moreno, just some power behind that one. First pitch. Sends it all the way to the wall. That's going to allow for the tying run to come in. And coming in is going to be Caitlin Frakes to score the run, and that's going to put a runner at second now. And coming to the plate is going to be Callejo. Jackie Callejo with 2 out, runner at second to the plate. This pitch comes in straight down the middle for strike number 1. So 3 straight innings, Flower Bluff has put up a run, and they have now tied the game. And Callejo going to foul this one off. 0-2 the count. 7 hits recorded now by Flower Bluff, bringing in 3 runs. So here's the 0-2 pitch coming in, way outside, called ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss for strike number 3, and down goes Callejo to end the inning. So another run comes in, 1 run on 2 hits. There was no errors, and 1 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 5th, all tied up going to the bottom, and due up for the Carroll Tigers is going to be Mendez Garcia Trevino. 5, 6, 7 due up for Carroll in the bottom of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
So back here, bottom of the 5th, Caitlin Mendez to lead things off. 5, 6, 7 due up here for Carroll. So it's going to be Mendez, Garcia Trevino. And this pitch comes in inside. Called ball number 1. And this pitch way inside. A little high for ball number 2. So the count 2-0 is Mendez getting ahead of the count here. Mendez 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a free base on a hit by pitch in air 2. And she's going to hit this one right over to the third baseman, and she's going to make a beeline for first. There's the throw in time. There's a 5-3 put out. Really nice play there. Here comes Allison Garcia. Check this play out. And this puts it there, bobbled, but a nice throw to beat the runner. And up next is going to be Garcia. Garcia 0 for 1 with a walk in her 2 appearances. And Garcia going to foul this one off on top of the overhead here that we have. So an 0-1 the count. This one comes in. Called ball number 1. I want to thank everybody who's joined in. A really close, tight-knit game here between Flower Bluff and Carroll. Tied 3-3, bottom of the 5th inning here for Carroll. 1 out. And this is Allison Garcia at the plate. Nobody on. She's ahead of the count 2-1. Thank everybody for watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on the Roku network. Make sure to give this video a like, give it a share, let everybody know you're watching. And if somebody's looking for it who you know of, please point them in the right direction and give us a follow. And this pitch, Garcia's going to pop it up and just over the visiting dugout for strike number 2. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And this Garcia sends it up, and fly out. And the error in right field is going to put her on second. And we mentioned it earlier, those routine plays, not so routine. And just play not made there by the right fielder. So a runner at second now. And Jasmine Trevino so runner at second for Carroll and 1 out. And this one into the right field. And it's going to be an RBI double, and Carroll leads once again. And 2 have gone Callejo's way in right field and just haven't gone her way. And it's sliding these last couple of batters as Bree Herrera coming up. And nice effort here by Callejo running up to get it. Just so Carroll in the lead now at the error in right field, and then the double in the same area, just a little, not as deep, and have a change of the position out there. So it's now 4-3 Carroll. Runner at second, and coming up is going to be Bree Herrera. Herrera last time out reached on an error at first base. So 0 for 1 otherwise with a strikeout. This is her third at bat. So Carroll taking back the lead. So I want to remind everybody, they left runners stranded with bases loaded. first 2 innings where they brought in 3 runs. Could have been more, but here they are now nursing a 1-run lead. So just going to go by the numbers here. 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors on the defense from Flower Bluff going over to Carroll. 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error from their defense. This pitch comes in, called ball 1. After 2 scoreless innings, Carroll getting back on the board. Time is now 9:34. We've been here as a crew now about 5 hours. Getting here a little early for the setup. And watching Victoria West defeat Moody in a 12-1 game early on. This game getting started just before 7:30. The game about 2 hours old now. This pitch low outside for ball number 3. And Moreno starting to slow down here a little bit. Had a really, really good couple of innings. Facing just 7 batters in the 3rd and 4th combined. As this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Would have been just 6 batters. Could have been 3 up, 3 down, but the error at first was, which incidentally was Herrera. Who made it there, and this pitch comes in high for strike number 2. So full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a good audience watching here. And thank you guys once again. Can't stress enough on how important the fans are. You guys drive all of this as we come out here and try to give the athletes as much exposure as we possibly can, coming out here and doing it just for them. A lot of good, talented athletes who are here in the Coastal Bend and around the area, as well as in the Valley. The areas that we covered, and then some, here in basically South Texas, from San Antonio down, trying to showcase as many athletes as we can. And we thank you very much. And like I said, share this link as this pitch from Herrera is going to be fouled off over here into the bleachers. Share the link, give it a like. Let everybody know you're watching. And if somebody's looking for the game and you know of them, please forward it along and help spread the word that we've got all the coverage right here. 2 games here in the softball field and 2 over here at the baseball field. Is looking in right behind us. It's a 3-1 lead for the Veterans Memorial Eagles against the Moody Trojans going out the baseball field. So we've got that for you as well. As this pitch comes in high, and it's going to be a walk for Herrera. Now runners at first and second. And here comes Duran. With 1 down, runners at first and second. Here comes Duran. Duran 1 for 2 with a triple and 6-3 ground out the last time she was at the plate. Comes here with a good opportunity with 2 on here and 1 out, and this pitch comes in outside and be called ball 1. And here's the pitch, going to be fouled off. Even up the count at 1. 1's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. And this one right back to the pitcher, and there's going to be the throw made, but the runner's going to move over to second and third. So 2 down, runners move over. And back to the top of the lineup, and here's Leal. And Leal with a nice opportunity here. Leal 1 for 3 with an RBI. Grounded out towards the pitcher last time. This pitch comes in down the middle, low, 4, and ball number 1. And Leal hits this one all the way to the shortstop. There's the throw made for the 6-3 putout. To end the inning, that's out number 3. So 1 run comes in on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was 2 runners left on base for Carroll. On the bottom of the 5th, we're through 5, headed to the 6th inning. Carroll regains the lead. They lead 4-3, and due up for Flower Bluff. Coming up next is going to be Salinas, Fuller, and Nunez. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading things off here is Sydney Salinas for Flower Bluff. 7, 8, 9, bottom third of the lineup due up here for Flower Bluff as they trail 4-3 here in the top of the 6th. And this one going to be fouled off. Count 0 for 1 for Salinas. And Salinas gonna foul this one off. Count gonna move to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Before the leadoff batter here for the Lady Hornets. Lady Hornets have put up a run each of the last 3 innings. Do they got another one in them here as the game gets later on? They're down to the last 6 outs if they, barring a tie. Here's Quiroga, sends the pitch high outside for ball number 1. But Carroll still left 2 batters stranded in that last inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Quiroga on this high outside corner for ball number 2. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes here. And this pitch comes in inside for ball number 3. Count moves full. Here's a 3-2 pitch. This one high outside corner, and after getting ahead, Quiroga delivers 4 straight balls and walks Salinas and put a runner on. So Lauren Fuller up now. Fuller 1 for 2 with the single and struck out last time she was at the plate. And this bunt being pulled down, and there's the throw from Quiroga. So there's the force out. I mean the 1-3 out. Runner moves over to second. And here comes Letty Nunez with the 1 down, runner at second. And you look at Nunez, an RBI single to bring in the second run. And this pitch comes in high outside. Ball number 1. One ball, no strikes, and both teams talking about it a little bit here. Flower Bluff bringing in 3 runs on 7 hits. Carroll 4 on 6. Couple of errors for Flower Bluff. 1 over for Carroll. Carroll, on the other hand, leaving a bunch of runners stranded on base. They've left 9 runners on. In total has Carroll. Tries the bases loaded, and one other time with 2 runners on at second and third as this pitch comes in outside, going to be called ball number 2. Count 2-0. Here's a pitch from Quiroga, that high outside corner for strike number 1. And this one going to be popped up and out. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at second. It's a 4-3 lead for Carroll over Flower Bluff. Really, really tight match here. It was a hot start for Carroll. They look primed to blow the doors off this thing in the early stages of the first 2 innings. This ball comes in, maybe called ball 3, and the throw over to second, not in time. Full count here for Letty Nunez. Three-two pitch on the way from Quiroga. This one comes in high for strike number 3, and delayed call there by the blue.
First baseman number 3, Serena Juarez.
Top of the lineup here for Juarez. Flower Bluff. Top of the lineup for Flower Bluff. Juarez coming up. Let's take a look at this pitch. Comes in a little high, and that one going to be called strike number 3. So 2 down here. Juarez 0 for 2, reached on an error in 3 appearances. So struck out last time she was at the plate. She struck out, and before that one, she reached on the error, and then time before that, 5-3 put out, and she's going to hit this one off the glove of the third baseman, and it's going to be an RBI. Tying run comes in. And it looks like they're going to call it foul. It looked like contact was made. Let's look at the replay here. It looks like the third baseman, looks like the glove hit her. We didn't really catch it right there, but let's see what the call is. So they're gonna bring it back. So not going to count. They're going to say it was foul. That one, again, really, really close. It looked like the third baseman's glove was on it there, but they have an obviously better vantage point than we do out here. A lot of the people in the stands not happy, but that's the call from the Blues, and that's what we're going to stick to. 0-2 as Juarez fouls it off there. So here's the 0-2 pitch from Quiroga. This one popped up, and that's going to be the third out here on the infield fly as Avalos gets under it. No runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base for Carroll in the top of the 6th inning. So, for Flower Bluff in the top of the 6th inning. So Carroll due up now. And coming to the plate for them is going to be Mata, Quiroga, Avalos. 2-3-4 for the Tigers in the bottom of the 6th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are fixing our scoreboard, as we can see here, top of the bottom of the 6th inning. Excuse us here. Bottom of the 6th inning, first pitch comes in called strike for Ayla Mata. 2 for 3, single on her last 2 at bats. Is going to foul this one off. So Mata 2 for 3 with 1 run scored and a couple of nice plays in the outfield for her. pitch comes in, called ball. Swing and a miss up high, and that's strike number 3, out number 1. Mata 2 for 4 on the night.
Pitcher number 1, Vanessa Quiroga.
And here comes Vanessa Quiroga. Quiroga 0 for 2, and then hit into Mata, heading to third for the dead ball play for the out. This pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Quiroga right to the shortstop. Here's the throw for the 6-3 putout. Nice play there. Wasn't the easiest play in the world for the shortstop to make. Able to corral it here as Quiroga put it into play. Here it is. She goes down to get it. Gets up, makes a nice throw there. Get that pole impeding our vision. But here's Rayan Avalos coming to the plate. 2 down. Nobody on. This one comes in for strike number 1. And Avalos getting a piece of this one. 0-2 now. This play high outside for ball number 1. Two balls, 2 strikes. This pitch comes in high, outside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one popped up by Avalos, and it's going to go just over the protective netting. We're going to stay foul here. Full count here. Full count here for Rayan Avalos. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way from Moreno. And Avalos is going to send this one into right center field. And that's going to be stand-up double there. Put a runner at second now.
Second baseman number 9, Caitlin Mendez.
As they try to put in an insurance run. Runner at second, 2 outs here. This pitch comes in high inside for strike number 1. And what a hit from Avalos. This deep center field. And this one right up the middle. And a runner's going to come in. And here's the throw home. And sliding in is going to be Avalos. And an insurance run comes in.
Catcher number 15, Allison Garcia.
And here comes Garcia, but first the replay with the runner at second now. This one just right up the middle, right past the glove of Moreno. And Avalos sliding home. So it's 5-3. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1, runner at second. And this one going to be fouled off by Garcia. And that RBI by Mendes, a big one. She's now got 2 RBIs. So Mendes 2 for 3 with 2 RBI and a hit by pitch. Makes what could be one of the biggest plays of the night with that RBI double. And this one fouled off. And that's an insurance run. They now lead by 2, and Flower Bluff has not been able to put up any more than a run in any of their scoring innings. So big, big, big hit there, and Carroll needed an insurance run to kind of get a little bit of cushion. So they're going to head into the top of the 7th. Try to put this one to bed, but still here in the bottom of the 6th, and that's how it's going to end here as Garcia goes down looking. So another run comes in on 2 hits. There was no errors and 1 left on base for Carroll in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're headed to the top of the 7th. Last 3 outs for Flower Bluff. Let's see if they can drive in a couple of runs to keep this going. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the concession stand in Santa Rosa. a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th, leading off for Flower Bluff. It's going to be Harley Elam. One for three with an RBI is Elam. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Elam last time up struck out. Time before that with an RBI single to bring in Fuller, and the time before that with a fly out, and Quiroga delivers 2 strikes here to kick this inning off. And let's see if Flower Bluff can do what they haven't done all night. That's drive in multiple runs is what they need here to tie this up. They need 2 runs. They're down 5-3, and Elam is going to send this one in, and nice play made there by the right fielder to go over and get it. Nice communication there in the outfield for out number 1. As Sophie Campbell is coming up. And let's look at this here. You see the center fielder and the right fielder are going to be on a collision course for each other. And just nice play made out there in the outfield. So 1 down here. Sophie Campbell at the plate. This pitch comes in for ball number 1. Campbell 1 for 3 with the single as well. And that's going to be a hit by pitch, and Campbell's going to take her free base, albeit a little bit gingerly there as that ball comes in and puts a runner on. Put a runner on. Tying run coming to the plate. And here comes Bella Perez. This pitch comes in high outside for strike number 1. And this pitch going to be fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at first here. So Quiroga sets up for the 0-2 pitch. And Pettis straight ahead. And the fly out to deep center field for out number 2. 2 down here. And here comes the pitcher, Moreno. Moreno last time up, RBI double to score the tying run at 3-3. One for 3 with an RBI is Moreno. Moreno represents the tying run here at the plate. And that one comes in for strike number 1. Here's the pitch. This one, the outside corner. This throw to first, not in time. One ball, one strike here. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Flower Bluff down to its last strike. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one comes in. That high outside corner, and the Carroll fans here thought that was it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. So Quiroga taking her time. So here's the 2-2 pitch coming up for Quiroga. Quiroga delivers, and Moreno pops this one up, and the second baseman gets under it, and that's going to be the game. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base, and Carroll defeats Flower Bluff. They hang on. They get a couple of runs in the 5th and 6th inning, but a big run in the bottom of the 6th with Miss Caitlin Mendez, an RBI double to bring in an insurance run. She's our player of the game. A couple of hits with a couple of RBIs tonight. So that's going to do it here. Carroll defeats Flower Bluff 5-3 in a thrilling matchup here. And that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to go watch baseball. We still got Corpus Christi veterans taking on Corpus Christi Moody veterans on top 5-1 in that one, I believe, in the 6th inning. So make sure to go check that out here. But I appreciate everybody watching where you guys have in social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or the Roku Network. Once again, Carroll defeats Flower Bluff 5-3. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night.